Hey guys, today I share with you how to make this yummy oha soup. Oha soup we go Harvard. Oha soup is a local traditional recipe from Igbo, precisely Abia State, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So guys, I'm sorry I sliced my meat out of the camera and I didn't show you guys. So yeah, that's my meat already spiced with salt and bouillon powder and it's already cooking. So I am here prepping my fish. I'm adding hot water to my fish. This is smoked fish and I added salt to it too. Yeah, so I can wash it. I let it sit for some time so it's soft. Here is my stockfish. I already wash it or with hot water and salt. And sorry guys, I was not intending to record this video actually. So yeah, I already washed it off the camera and just adding it. At this point, I noticed my pot is too small, so I swap my pot. I change my pot, guys, to a bigger pot because all the protein we are going to add here today, all the ngbobo tigbo, I want them to have space to breathe inside the pot. So yeah, guys, so that's my pot cooking. And here is fresh cow leg, bomo, and shaki. I already boiled it before and it was too much, and then I packed it in the freezer. So here is frozen one actually. So I'm going to put it here with the meat to boil. It's half cooked. So I'm going to add it to this pot, cover it and let it cook. So while that is cooking, I want to really wash my fish and remove the bones. You guys, you know children will be eating this meal with my husband and I. It will not be nice for them to be biting fish bone. You know, that thing can be dangerous. So make sure you remove and wash your fish properly. So yeah, I am here sorting them out one after the other. And our guy is at my back home. He refused to stay down. I think he wants to sleep. So yeah, I had to take him and back him so he can sleep so that I can do my do. So at this point, I checked on my protein. It is boiling, guys. You guys can see how it is boiling. It looks so good. So I want to add my fish. Yeah, so I added my washed smoked fish to my protein, and at this point I added oil. So I'm going to cover it and let it cook for some time and let it simmer again. And here guys is my crayfish. So I also washed this crayfish off the camera. Yeah, so here I brought out my local blender. Hey guys, at this moment, I just felt like I was in Nigeria. Sometimes I use it, not because I don't have a blender, but or I don't have any food processor, but I like that feeling, that African feeling sometimes. Let me bring it back, let me bring it alive. So I brought out my mortar and pounded my crayfish. It is to give soup that kind of taste that blender, that blender don't give your food. Have you guys noticed that? So yeah, guys, I'm here adding my crayfish to the soup already. Can you guys see the color of this soup? It's looking so yummy at this time. Yeah, so I'm adding my crayfish from my local blender. So here I stir a little bit. And then I'm going to cover again so that it can simmer and like everything will cook together. Like everything will intertwine. Guys, I'm enjoying my voiceover. I'm not going to not blame me. I beg. It's not easy to do voiceover. So I'm tasting for salt here. And I think it's okay because I didn't see myself adding. So some few minutes later, it has boiled all together. I added ogiri. Guys, this is ogiri. Ogiri is local okpehe in Igbo land. Hausa call it dawa dawa. So I added it. I have it, but we usually freeze everything here because we don't know when we're going to see again. So we usually freeze them. So at this point, I let it cook for some time. I let the ogiri cook with it for some time. And you guys can see how it's looking. You see why I changed the pot, guys, because the protein is a lot and I need space. I need it to have space. So at this point, guys, this is my achi. That's the thickener of choice I'll be using. You can decide to use cocoyam, yam, whatever thickener you use, or four. You can decide to use anyone. But I am using achi for this thickener. Like I said, you can use any thickener of your choice. You must not use the same like me. So here, after adding my thickener, I checked on my soup. I love the consistency here. it's not looking too thick, because sometimes when you add this achi, you add a lot, and then at the end of the day your soup becomes so thick. So at this point, I think I love my consistency. Guys, this is my fresh oha. I bought it like a week ago. I wasn't ready to cook, so I stored in the freezer, because if you leave it outside it's going to spoil. So I stored it in the freezer. So this is my frozen oha. Yeah, so at this point I added my oha. I'm just going to combine all and let it simmer together. Oh god, can you guys see how my oha soup is looking? Oh, this is so lovely. When I first came to this country, I didn't know that I could get all these things from our local Afro shop. So sometimes you go there, you get lucky and you get them. See how it's looking? It's looking really, really good. At this point, you can see that the soup has thickened, you know. So imagine if I had added more achi, it's going to be too thick. So I love the consistency like this. And mind you, when the soup sits and get a little bit cold, it can also still thicken. But then you can still add water. My soup is ready, guys. So here I'm just trying to like clean the tip of my pot. I love doing that whenever I cook. It makes the soup look appetizing. It makes the soup look so good. So I just wipe it, and usually you do it when it's still hot, because when it gets cold it's going to get dried and you can't clean it. By the time you clean like this and cover your soup, it looks appetizing. Whenever anybody walks into your kitchen, they just want to taste your food. At this point, I just here to check the level of consistency. You guys can see, just to show you guys that it has thickened up. Yeah, guys, my soup is ready. So I'll be taking it off the heat at this point.